Welcome back to my channel. Here I am flying over Lucid. This is April the 3rd, yesterday, Thursday. I thought I'd catch it when a lot of people were working there. This is the east parking lot. This is not the ready lot. These are, I think, where they put the overflow cars. And you can see those cars in the far distance are assembly line worker cars. There's a corridor. Where I am and where the north boundaries are, I'm on the very south end of the southeast part of the parking lot. There is 1 mile between those two spots. The property goes for 1 mile. And normally I have in the past flown this narrow little spot where you got these transmission lines that are 100 feet in the air, 35,000 volts of transmission lines heading into Casa Grande. I usually fly. There's a few feet there. They got light poles and that stuff, but I have to fly sideways for 1 mile. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm watching the screen, trying to keep it in. There's always wind blowing. Here in Arizona, it seems like whenever I go there, there's a strong wind. It's very hard to keep it in that few feet that Lucid gives me to fly the drone without them coming out and say, hey, you're on our property, you can't be doing that. So I try to stay out of the property. So these high shots I took were way up there, but outside of the property. And so I'm not going to be flying that sideways for 1 mile. That is treacherous. I've almost ruined my drone several times doing it. Anyway, here we are looking at a close look. I'm hoping you're not going to be too disappointed here in the Lucid parking lot, because a person pulled up to me in a Lucid while I was flying that first initial on the east side there. And he says, do you see any Gravities? I said, no. Well, he says, I saw 2 earlier. And so as I went through the parking lot, I said, well, I haven't really scanned them yet because I haven't went to the west side, which these cars right here that you're seeing are the ones that are ready to be transported out to various locations or dealerships or have been sold or whatever. I didn't see any Gravities whatsoever, but I might have missed them. I kind of look at the rooftops, see one Gravity is going to be setting up higher than the Lucid Air, Pure, or whatever their sedans are. So I've kind of zoomed out because that's one thing I like about the Air 3. You can zoom out as far as 9x. And these are probably about 5 right here. I've got zoomed out to 5 because I'm flying outside of the property. There's a little narrow, they have a fence going along there, and they have these light poles and that stuff. So I'm flying between the fence and these light poles, and I'm kind of watching it. But again, it's like 3/4 of a mile away. I'm not sure. It might even be a mile. I'm not sure. I have not measured that. The north and south is 1 mile, but the east and west, I'm not sure exactly what that is. But I've scanned these for you because this is going to be my last time going to Lucid before we leave for North Dakota, which we're leaving next week. So I thought I would give you a treat and say, hey, maybe you could spot a Gravity in all these cars that are ready to go. I've been following the stock. I'm not an investor in the stock, even though I may, before the end of the year, start investing in Lucid. But right now, as of today, Friday, on the 4th of April, 2025, the stock closed at $2.28. And let's see, I'm going to pull up that little thing here. What has it done year to date? It's down 24.5% year to date. And over the last year, over the last fiscal year, it's went down 13.96%. But a lot of car companies have went down. Hey, let's give you an idea. 2 of the car companies that I have invested in, I've made money on, NIO, for example, NIO, year to date, it's went down 20.64%. Sorry about that. That is a text from battery hookup. Anyway, a lot of them have went down. So I'm answering that one so it doesn't ring again. Let's look at Tesla. Let's see what Tesla's done. Tesla, year to date, is down 40.71%. Anyway, I thought I'd fly over and show you what the facility looks like, if there's anything going on. There was some activity there, of course. But I've enjoyed watching Nikola and also Lucid, of course, over the last 4 or 5 months. But I'm disappointed that I didn't see any Gravities. So anyway, this is another look at the East Side parking lot. But thank you for watching, and we will talk to you later. See ya.